Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for June 22nd, 2025. I hope that AC unit back there isn't too loud, but I tried doing the recording with it off, but it's just way too hot. So I hope that it's tolerable for all of you watching. So yes, this is what you don't see coming for the week of June 22nd, 2025. As always, I'm going to begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel, ending at Pisces. Timestamps will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. If you're not sure what your placements are, also in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. I do recommend that you see all four. That way you can take the messages for each of those four placements that best align to your current journey, and you can kind of put them together to craft your own personal message for the week ahead. Keep in mind, my friends, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you, and therefore messages may come through today that don't fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is intended for someone else of your sign or your sign's placement. So just take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. And of course, if you would like a one-on-one live Zoom tarot reading with yours truly, please visit my website, thetimelinetarot.com, for more information. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's see what you don't see coming for the week of June 22nd, 2025. You have too busy winning. I love this for you, Aries. I feel like this week you are celebrating your small and large achievements. Very nice. Kind of feeling a little on top of the world. Maybe some of you have gone through something difficult lately, or you've had some type of difficult decision to make. And I kind of feel like this week you're feeling good. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, on the precipice of a new beginning now. Tell me more about this for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know? Okay, about too busy winning. One more shuffle. Thank you. First card that jumped out of the deck, we have Seven of Wands. That is followed by the Seven of Swords, as well as the Moon card. And then we have the Lovers. Bottom of the deck, we have Two of Wands. Look at all these choices here. Two of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Emperor. You are in your glory this week, in your power. And I'm going to take this for you also. We have Wheel of Fortune and we have the Strength card. So I kind of feel like it's almost like you prepared for the best, but I'm sorry, you were hoping for the best, but you were preparing for the worst. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting here. So it's almost like I'm starting off the week feeling very guarded. Seven of Wands energy, like kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. I don't really know how this will pan out for me. Seven of Swords. Sometimes I look at this card, especially with these cards that are out here, like internalizing a lot of this. So again, I kind of feel like, I was hoping for the best with a particular situation, environment, or connection. But I was preparing for the worst, but I really didn't tell anyone that. And then because with that Moon card, it's like, I don't really know how this can go, right? The Moon card can talk about things that are unseen, things we don't know how something will pan out. We don't know how something will go for us. But by the end of the week, I see you here moving away from chaos and conflict and indecision. And it's like, if you have been going through a difficult time, I feel like the wheel here is turning in your favor. That's Jupiterian energy. It's expansive. It actually is good luck. So I want to tell you here to just be strong with whatever you may be dealing with this week, whether, like I said, it's a decision you have to make, or it could be a decision someone else has to make about you, right? That very well could be like maybe you're waiting to hear back from an employer, or, whether it's a current employer or maybe a new job, or could be like regarding a housing situation. Sometimes I see Six of Swords as a card of movement. So for some of you, it's like you have to make this decision. And for others of you, you've been waiting for someone else to make the decision. And that's why I kind of feel like it's this, I'm hoping for the best. I'm preparing for the worst. It's a very emotional week for you here at the start of the week, or at least heading into the new week. But by the end of the week, my friends, you're solid. You're in your power. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. I think you've come out of a difficult period. And feeling stronger and even more resilient. I want to know with this Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords to the Moon card. Knight of Wands. Yeah, I kind of feel like this happens very quickly. So whether it's been indecision or, like I said, guarded, or you've been expecting worst case scenario here, Knight of Wands for me is the fastest knight in the deck. For some tarot readers, it's the second fastest. So you take it, claim that how you want, but it's still one of the two fastest. So I feel like this is fleeting. This, I don't know what's going to happen, fear, concern. I think you go from that to too busy winning, I'm in my power type of feeling here. But tell me more about this. Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Moon. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do we have here? We have Ten of Pentacles. We have the Hermit, And we have the Eight of Wands. That's what, see, bottom of the deck, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So I kind of feel like whatever you are starting this week off worried about or concerned about, you are internalizing it here. I don't think you're telling many people. Hermit to the Eight of Wands in terms of communication could be, I have a lot to say, but I'm not saying anything. Again, either you're waiting for a decision to come down, or you are doing a little bit of soul searching in order to make the decision that is best for you. And I say that because that Two of Wands with the Lovers card could mean like there's a big decision here to be made. But again, I have a lot to say, but I'm not saying anything about it. You're very emotional about whatever this is. Tell me about the Lovers here. This choice here, because that is the ultimate choice card in tarot. So why is the Lovers card here? Four of Swords. I feel like at the end of the day, whatever happens here will be very healing for you, whether that's financially healing, emotionally healing. Remember, we're clarifying the too busy winning card. And so even if the victory here this week is small, there's still something here for you to celebrate and rejoice about, whether that's something you're doing or something that's being done to you. I definitely don't see this as a negative read whatsoever. Tell me more about that, Lovers. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Lovers card, Page of Swords, there's your incoming communication, the High Priestess, and the King of Wands. Wow, bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Again, there's this feeling here of victory after either having a loss or preparing for a loss. Again, that hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. But I feel like you're coming through this stronger. Now, if you're making the decision, I think you're just going to this Page of Swords, the High Priestess to the King of Wands. If this is you being the decision maker this week, I think you're going to lean into your intuition, make your decision, and then vocalize that decision, whatever it is, to another entity here. If you're waiting for a decision to be made that affects you, again, I feel like you're receiving communication about it. So by the end of the week, you are Six of Swords, Emperor, Wheel of Fortune, and Strength. Feeling in your power, ready to move forward, feeling way more confident than you have in quite some time. Ace of Swords, and that, my friend, is the truth. You've got great clarity now about the direction of your life. I think it's thundering outside. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. So where you go, my friends? Two of Cups, Nine of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles. So wherever you're headed now in this direction, I feel like you do have someone here by your side in that Two of Cups energy. And ironically, we actually have two sets of Four of Swords here. With the Ace of Swords coming down the middle. So I almost feel like you're entering a very healing, prosperous time by the latter part of the week. And this is healing for you and another individual. This could be a business partner, a friend, a family member, very well could be a lover. I just feel like you've come through the worst for now anyway, and it looks like you're entering a great period of healing. I do think that you're really up in your head about everything that has transpired. I almost get the feeling here this week, Aries, like the 7 days of this week, they're going to feel like a month long. It's like you're going to pack a month of stuff into this week because there's all this guardedness and uneasiness, and I don't know what I'm doing. But like I said, by the end of the week, you're very much in your power, a lot stronger than what you have been, headed towards calmer waters. And for most of you, you have another individual here, Two of Cups to the Six of Cups. This is a soulmate, soul bond connection that's by your side and helping you to most likely celebrate this victory here, which it appears you were a little bit nervous. You weren't quite sure if you would have it, but it looks like the win is coming in this week for the Aries collective. So bravo to you. I love this reading. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Aries, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus, my bull gang. Let's see what is headed your way the week of June 22nd, 2025. You have an offer. Could be receiving an offer, could be making an offer. Tell me about this offer here for my bull gang. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about offer? Bottom of the deck, my dear, we have a Wheel of Fortune. I love this. Jupiterian energy. This is expansiveness. This is growth. This is good luck for you. Tell me more about this offer here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle now. Thank you. First card out, my love, we have the Three of Swords, followed by the Two of Swords. We then have the Two of Cups, and we have the Nine of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have Ten of Swords, the Sun, and we have Judgment. That leaves the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and again, that Wheel of Fortune here at the bottom of the deck. What is this Three of Swords here for Taurus? So you're starting off the week, Taurus, in this Three of Swords. Let me clarify that. It's a heavy emotional card, so I just want to see if it's something that you're healing from, okay, or if it's someone else in your energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician here. Tell me about the Three of Swords here for Taurus. Why is the Three of Swords here for this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Three of Swords is being clarified by the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So I feel a lot better about that Three of Swords then. So I kind of feel like for most of you, you started off the week in this Three of Swords energy. Three of Swords for me is a sliding scale sword card. It could mean for some of you, you felt very emotionally disappointed in a situation, environment, or connection. Someone could have hurt you. Swords are words. Maybe someone said something to you that offended you. For others of you, maybe you had something significant end in your life and you've been in the process of healing. What I like about seeing it here for this week for you, Taurus, is Six of Wands, Eight of Wands to the Ten of Cups tells me whatever that Three of Swords has been for you, you seem to be on the other side of it. You've come through that tunnel. The daylight is here with that Sun card energy. So I feel like there's victory here and there's forward movement towards happiness and emotional contentment. So I don't believe that for most of you, that Three of Swords is something that you're experiencing this week. I feel like it's something that you truly have overcome this week to some extent. And bottom of the deck, we have Ten of Pentacles. So I kind of feel like back to business for Taurus here, feeling a lot better and a lot happier this week. Then we have the Two of Swords to the Two of Cups. There's a decision here that needs to be made in respect to some type of soulmate, soul bond connection in your life. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. This would be a connection, could be platonic with a friend or family member or acquaintance, maybe even with your boss. For others of you, very well could be in respect to love. But that Seven of Pentacles tells me that you have been, there's two things at play here. One, for most of you, you've been in this connection or connected to this individual for a very long time. Or two, you've just invested a lot in this connection. Like you've put a lot of sweat equity into work, or you've been friends with this person for 10 plus years, or this is a love partner that you have had a significant connection with for quite some time. So I see you here feeling good, coming through the other side of like pain and emotional hardship, feeling a lot better this week, and now on the precipice of making a decision in regards to a partnership. Now this decision has you really up in your head with that Nine of Swords card. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. So we're clarifying the Two of Swords to the Two of Cups here to that Nine of Swords. We have Nine of Pentacles, we have King of Cups, and we have Three of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Devil to the King of Pentacles, to the Fool card. Okay, I have a couple of different messages here. Remember, it's a collective general reading, so please just take what you know is, aligned with your life's journey, because everyone's on a different timeline and experiencing different things. For some of you, there are a group of Taurians here that I'm reading for that you are currently in a connection, in a partnership with someone, something you've been in for a long time, remember, with that Seven of Pentacle energy, and you are trying to make a decision this week about whether or not you want to reconcile with that individual, Three of Cup energy, or whether you want to become independent and autonomous, meaning leave that connection in the Nine of Pentacle energy. I feel like this person you're trying to decide on, you see them as the King of Cups. This is someone that you hold a lot of love for. You presume they have a lot of love for you. And again, this could be a friend or a family member as well. Remember, just take it how it resonates. But I kind of see you being up in your head and trying to make a decision. Do I want to just, become independent and leave this connection, or do I want to try to make the effort here to make things work and reconcile? For others of you, I could be speaking to a single Taurus, where now on your radar is this King of Cups. Could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, doesn't necessarily have to be. And you could be attempting here to make a decision. Do I just want to stay single, or maybe I do want to go out and have a date with this person? Three of Cups is like date energy. Let's go out, let's have a good time, go to the movies, get to know one another, etc., etc. And then I have a third group of you. And remember, just take the messages how they resonate. I have a third group of you where you actually have a choice between two lovers. I see you here in this long-term connection with a King of Pentacles. This would be a very toxic connection in your life. I feel like you have had many starts or restarts with this individual. And now you have a new energy here within your field in that King of Cups energy. And so you could be trying to make a decision here this week and it's like a threefold kind of decision here. Do I continue with this third party situation where I'm in this long-term connection, but I'm going to start to, maybe test the waters with this person or date this person or continue seeing this person? For others of you, you are contemplating whether or not you should become independent of this connection and be with the new person, or should you leave the new person and go back and try reconciling with the past person? Only take that message if you are a Taurus who, has two lovers here. If you don't, please don't, please don't be like, okay, well, I'm going to have to make a choice between two lovers. I don't see that here. That last message is specifically for those of you where you're already in a long-term toxic connection and you have someone new here in your energy and you're trying to make that decision. Ten of Swords, the Sun, and Judgment. Whatever this decision is for you, whether I'm speaking to a Taurus who's single and you have someone new here, and you're trying to make a decision if you want to move forward and date them, if it's a Taurus who's in a long-term connection and they're trying to contemplate whether or not they want to leave that partner, or if I have a Taurus here who has two individuals and they're trying to decide if they should end one connection and be with the other. Regardless of which storyline we have here for you, by the end of the week, you're making your decision. I have the Ten of Swords card there with the Sun card with Judgment. The Ten of Swords is the Sun in Gemini. It's also an ending. So you might not be verbalizing or vocalizing your decision this week, but the decision internally to you, because swords are not just the words we speak to others, but also the words we speak to ourselves, like in our mind. So for many of you, like subconsciously, or consciously, but I still feel like it's in your head. There's no telling either person anything or anyone here anything. You're making the decision to end a connection and move towards your happiness is what I see here. And bottom of the deck, I have King of Swords. And right behind that King of Swords, I have the Empress and I have the Chariot. I feel like when you're ready to start on this new path, be single, start dating this person, leave one for the other if that resonates with you. It's like when I'm ready to move forward with this decision, then I will communicate it. But I feel like at least for this week, you're keeping it internal to you. Tell me a little bit more about this offer here. So you have an offer here, Taurus. Lots of messages here for the Taurian collective, which I love because some of your readings are very good and some of them, kind of heartbreaking, even for me as your reader. So I like that we have a mixed bag of messages. It tells me that the Taurus collective here is growing on the channel. So in clarifying that offer card, we have the Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could be an offer in regards to collaborating or work or a new way to make money or to increase your financial wealth. Tell me more about this offer here. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Page of Cups. Look at that, bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. So for some of you, you could be receiving an offer on your home, like if you have your home for sale. It looks like this week you're receiving an offer and you are accepting that offer from that potential buyer. For others of you, it's the other way around. You could be making an offer on a property and that seller is accepting your offer. Same thing if you're looking to sell or purchase a vehicle. Remember, we saw that Chariot card could be a vehicle. So if you're looking to buy or sell a vehicle this week, it looks like that is working out for you as well. It's something that you can really celebrate here in the Four of Wands energy. For others of you, you're making an offer or you're receiving an offer from this individual to go out on a date, and it looks like either they're accepting your offer or you're accepting theirs. And again, we see you here in that Four of Wands energy. They're having a great time. If you're having to choose between two, I definitely see you choosing between two. You may not verbalize it to the one, but you're already starting to lay the groundwork or build on an already existing foundation with the new person. So take all those messages, how they resonate to you. And by the way, if you're looking for a job and you have been putting in that sweat equity, pentacle energy into finding a job, it looks like you have a pretty solid job offer coming in this week for you, Taurus. So take all those messages, how they resonate to you, claim the ones you want, denounce the ones you don't. That's what a collective reading is all about. You get to choose what timeline you want to be on, Taurus. Remember, at the end of the day, you do have the divine gift of free will. But there is an offer coming in to the Taurus collective. If you're making the offer, it is being accepted. If you're receiving an offer, it looks like for most of you, you're receiving it. But remember, at the end of the day, you have the divine gift of free will. So don't let a tarot reading dictate what you're doing next. But either way, my love, this week, there's an offer on the table. At the very least, you seem to be excited about it, whether you are giving it or receiving it. That's what I have for you, my bull gang, for the week of June 22nd, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini, my twin gang. Let's see what's headed our way the week of June 22nd, 2025. We have dodging bullets. All right, I like that. Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, and spiritually protected from your haters. Very nice. Tell me more about this dodging bullets here for the Gemini collective. What does Gemini need to know about dodging bullets? Now that our season is officially over, I hope that you did have a good Gemini season. It was rough for most of us. I'm not going to lie, it really was. But now that Jupiter has left our sign, which, you know, it did offer some benefit to us, but truth be told, Jupiter is a bit debilitated in our sign. That's because it rules our opposite sign of Sagittarius. Whenever you have your opposite signs ruling planet in your sign, it becomes a little debilitated for the entire zodiac. But now that it's moved into Cancer, things should be getting a lot better and a lot more freed up. And many of us are feeling our heart spaces actually begin to expand, because Jupiter expands what it's in, and Cancer has a lot to do with our emotions, as that sign is ruled by the moon. So maybe for the first week, you're feeling a little emotionally, it could be like turbulent, a lot of highs, lots of lows, but trust me, it'll all smooth out. Jupiter will be in Cancer for the next year. So emotionally, we should have a very good year, as well as financially. So back to the reading, dodging bullets. 6 of Cups, love this. The 3 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the 4 of Cups. Yep, I do believe that we are being protected here, and that's the truth. Ace of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. I got to take this. Oh my God, 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands, and the Emperor. That leaves at the bottom of the deck the Page of Swords, the 6 of Wands, 3 of Swords to the 4 of Swords. So I'm going to read this a couple of different ways for the Gemini collective, because it's quite large on the channel, and I'm going to get all these messages out, and you claim what you want to claim. Okay, remember, it's a collective reading. So for some of you, for some of us, as most of you know, I'm a sun card carrying Gemini here. I feel like this week you could, Page of Swords energy, receive communication from someone in your past. I don't think this is a good energy. This could be a family member. 6 of Cups for me is like a soulmate, soul bond connection. I feel like for some of you, this is someone who goes back to childhood. This could be a parent, family member. It could be a friend. Now, remember, soulmate, soul bond connections for me are just that. They're individuals that we have a soul contract with. Some of them are karmics. We're intended to learn some very difficult lessons from them. Others are soulmate, soul bond connections. And some of them are here for a season and some for a lot longer. But they have a beneficial reason to being in our life. And then, of course, some, not all, some actually have like a twin flame connection. I feel like this is more of a karmic connection here, because right underneath it is 5 of Swords. So I feel like there's someone from your past that you really maybe didn't have the greatest ending with, or even a great relationship with. I feel like this individual is attempting to contact you this week. Some of you have this person blocked. Remember that, dodging bullets? But they're finding a way around that. Like maybe you have them blocked on your phone, but they're emailing you. Maybe you have them blocked on Facebook, but you got an Instagram, so they're going to message you on Instagram. Like they're finding a way around the block for some of you. This person is very argumentative. This is not someone coming in looking to reconcile with you. This is someone who wants to argue with you, pick a bone with you, something like that. 4 Cups, I love this. You are not accepting whatever this person is giving to you. Now, for a very small percentage of you, this individual could be attempting to apologize for a past argument. But again, I see you being focused on your money in that 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles energy. And the vibe I get here is you're tapping into your intuition, and you're only focusing on like house, home, money, and connections that you feel are positive. In that Emperor energy, it's like, well, I get to make the decision. So I think for some of you, this very well could be a family member that you kind of had like a falling out with, and they come back around again. And it's like, you know what? I'm not going to be bullied this time around. That's the feeling I get here. So I think for some of you, you're rejecting this individual. Again, I mean, even if this is an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-spouse, the feeling I get here is you did not have a good connection with this person beforehand. And this week, it's almost like, come on, Gemini, let's collaborate again. 3 of Pentacles, here, I'm sorry for whatever happened. But the moment you say like, no thanks, this person becomes very verbally aggressive. And that's when you realize, I knew it. Like, I knew you didn't change. That's the feeling. And in that respect, I think you might just block the person completely. For others of you, you're not even going to accept the invitation. I'm sorry, cross watcher. I feel like you're being protected by spirit and your intuition. If you receive this communication and it was a combative individual originally, I think you're going to tap into your intuition and be like, no thanks, I only want to connect with high vibe connections. I don't want to return to this connection. Second message that I have here. I feel like you have a soulmate, soul bond connection here this week that is trying to have a conversation with you. And I feel like the conversation has the potential here to kind of go off the rails. Now, this is a good person. This is like a good soulmate. I don't feel like this is a negative karmic. This is a secondary message that I have here. I feel like this person comes in, they are a soulmate, soul bond connection, 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups, add those together, 8 of Cups. So there could be some emotional distance. Maybe at some point there was a break in this connection. I feel like this person comes back around this week trying to talk to you. I almost get the feeling here like you want to talk to this person, but you're too busy. I don't know what that's all about. It's like this communication comes in, and 6 of Wands, you're very busy. Like you're hustling, you're getting other things done. This person wants to heal the connection with you. I feel like it's a very sincere apology here. This is not person number 1. This is not the karmic. This is person number 2. I feel like it's a very sincere apology here or attempt here, reconciliation. This person's coming in very strong here in Emperor energy. Could be an Aries you're dealing with or someone with high Aries placement. Doesn't have to be. But I kind of feel like this person wants to reconnect with you, wants to talk to you, again, trying to heal this connection with you. And I don't really see you saying yes or no. I do see you communicating back to this person with the Ace of Swords, 2 of Pentacles card. But I kind of feel like you're busy doing other things. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling. I have Emperor to the Empress here. Oh my God, to the 10 of Cups. So you take that how it resonates. Again, I feel like this person's trying to bring the 2 of you back together or something like that, communicate with you again, and you just seem to be busy doing other things. I have another message here for the Geminians who are completely single. If you are completely single and you're ready to be vulnerable and put yourself out there, this is a fantastic week for you to find your next soulmate. And I think it's a solid soulmate connection. High Priestess tells me this is being divinely orchestrated for you. 2 of Cups, strong soulmate connection. 6 of Cups, strong soulmate connection. 4 of Wands, this very well could be an individual you end up settling down with. Empress to the Emperor. I mean, I think this is like, dare I say, divine counterpart. And I feel like if you really, if you have healed from the broken heart of the past, whatever that has been for you, and you're ready to Page of Swords energy, start up a dating profile this week or get out there into the 3D world, I think you find your person this week. I've been saying this to Gemini for like the last 45 days. If you're single, this is the week. And I feel like this really is the week for those of you looking for a solid soulmate to have a future with. I mean, this is really nice energy here. If you can hear the rain coming down, I apologize. We have a terrible storm rolling in. And then I have a 4th message, and I'll wrap up your reading at that point. For some of you, you've gone through something very difficult here. For some of you, it was physical in nature. So this week, you could feel like you really don't feel like doing much. 5 of Swords, you could be really up in your head. So I don't know what this has been, like an injury or something like that. I don't give medical readings, but I'm just saying that if in the past or leading up to this week, maybe you haven't been feeling well, there could be a lot of like mental pressure, maybe even depression or borderline depression here. For others of you, it could be physical in nature, but I do feel like this week with some rest and relaxation, you will be feeling better, and you definitely are healing here. There's a victory here. So I want to throw that out there for some of you, or maybe you haven't been feeling well, whether it's been mental or physical. By the latter part of the week, it looks like you're making tremendous progress when it comes to your healing. If you've been having a financial issue, I want you to focus on your money this week, Gemini. I know I said that last week, there could be an unexpected bill, and I did actually receive that. It was a utility bill I thought I paid, and I inquired because it dawned on me, I don't think I paid this. And I went through my checking account and I didn't. And so I contacted them and said, I don't think I've received the bill. I thought I paid it, but I can't find any evidence that I did. And then she came back, she was like, oh yeah, you owe like $880. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. So I want to say that there's a little dent to your finances this week. Now, I don't know if it's because you're healing from something and you're taking the week off of work unpaid. It could be that. For others of you, there's a drop in productivity or the potential. Remember, tarot, I'm just telling you energetically what can happen. You can change this, but in respect to your finances, there could be a drop. So maybe like me, you found out about an unexpected bill or something like that, and this week you actually got to pay it out, because we're going from 3 to 2 here on money, and I don't really like that. 3 plus 2 is 5 of Pentacles, which tells me you could be feeling a little bit of like you're in a financial pinch, or you could be concerned about your long-term financial goals or prospects. So be careful with your spending again this week, Gemini, because if you did have that unexpected bill or something like that, and I think I had even mentioned like an appliance could break down. I'm certainly not wishing that on on anyone, but it just seemed to be unexpected. So this could be the week that you've got to pay it out or replace it. So there could be a drop in finances. But other than that, it's a great reading for reconciliation. Terrific reading for meeting your counterpart. Be mindful, you could have a karmic from the past reach out to you. I got an idea, 1 or 2 people who that can be, and trust me, I will not be answering the phone if that individual calls, but you do what you want. And but other than that, this is a great week. Watch your money. I almost want to say, you know, I'm going to pull a couple cards on the money there, because financially speaking, like I said, there's a drop here in income this week. I don't see job loss, but I do see a drop in income. Tell me about this 3 of Pentacles to the 2 of Pentacles. Wow, that rain is really coming down now. Tell me more about this here for Gemini. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the 9 of Pentacles. You'll bounce back quickly. 4 of Pentacles. Look, we go from 3 to 2 to 4. So you bounce back. 3 of Cups, and then you have a reason to celebrate. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. So this week could be a little tight with money. Again, for those of you healing, maybe you're taking a week off of work and there's no pay. That could be it. For others of you, you could be transitioning from one job to another. And this week you might want to hold on to your money, because you might not start the next job till next week or something like that. Or you start the new job this week, but you don't get paid for a week or 2. You know, sometimes they hold back until you kind of filter through and become part of the regular pay cycle. For others of you, that unexpected bill or expenditure from last week is going to creep up this week, where you got to pay out for it. But by the end of the week, look at you, you're bouncing back. So we go from 3 to 2 to 4, and then it's like, oh my God, yes, I made it. I was able to afford to pay that or buy that or fix that, whatever that is for you. So fantastic read. Just watch out for that karmic. Other than that, that's what I have for you, Gemini, for the week of June 22nd, 2025. If you liked any of those messages, or you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. I hope you are celebrating the first official week of your season. If you're celebrating your birthday this week, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday, my dear. Let's see now what is headed your way for the week of June 22nd, 2025. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay. All right, well, it's good to know, so we can prepare, so you can prepare, right? Tell me more about this wolf in sheep's clothing here for the Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What does Cancer need to know about this wolf in sheep's clothing? One more shuffle now. Thank you. All that glitters is not gold. Don't know why I heard it, but someone had to hear it. First card out, my love, Knight of Wands, followed by the King of Cups. There you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. Then we have the 2 of Swords. Here's the decision it appears you'll have to make in respect to the communication you're receiving. And then we have 3 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have 2 of Cups, we have the Death card, and we have the 10 of Cups. I'm going to have to take this. I know you don't want to see it, but that 3 of Swords card was there. And I like to be a reader that gives you every message that comes in, okay, so you're prepared. I feel like you have an individual here in your life that, for lack of a better term, is flaky. This person is not generally very consistent, or at least not as consistent as you are. You're appearing here energetically as a King of Cups. You could be a Queen of Cups. I don't read body parts, no genders here, just energy. So, but you're coming across as being very emotionally balanced and grown up, if you will, okay? Very mature energy here with King/Queen of Cups. The individual you're dealing with this week could be a friend, family member, coworker, could be your boss, could be a lover. It's different for all of you, but this person is not at your level. Again, no offense, cross watcher. The energy of this individual, they're coming in as a knight, and knights are not as mature or responsible as kings or queens. And you just happen to get the Knight of Wands for this person, which means they're the least consistent knight out of the 4 in tarot. So you're mature, you're cool, you're calm, you're collected, and this individual, not so much. A little bit of a flaky or inconsistent energy. I feel like you have a decision here to make this week. This individual appears to be contacting you this week, wanting to collaborate with you in this 3 of Pentacle energy. This could be a new job. If for those of you who are applying, it could very well be your current place of employment. Could be a coworker there as well. For others of you, this could be in respect to love. Could be a family member. I just want you to be mindful of any offers you receive this week, because I feel like this person is putting on a great display or a great performance, or possibly even making promises they can't keep. I don't get any indication here that this person is specifically targeting you, right? We don't have like 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords. So I don't feel like the offer that they're making you has any type of like ulterior motives or anything like that. I think they have good intentions. They are a soulmate, soul bond connection, and you can accept that however you want. For me, there are different levels of soulmate, soul bond connections. They're the karmics, which come in and out of our life. And these are individuals I believe we have soul contracts with, and we learn the hardest lessons from them. And we grow the most because of those lessons, because of those heartbreaking experiences. And then we have soulmates. And they tend, for me, I believe those are the up and up soul bond connections. They're beneficial to us. We are beneficial to them. Sometimes they're in our life for a season and sometimes for the duration. But those are the more positive soulmate, soul bond connections. And then we have, on rare occasion, the twin flame connection. So I don't feel like this is a twin flame connection, and I don't feel like this is a beneficial soulmate connection. Personally, the energy I get here is this person's a karmic. They might not know that they're a karmic, but they're a karmic. I feel like this person, and that's why I think you need to be careful, because you're a highly intuitive sign. There's something here about this person making you an offer this week, and they're making it sound really good. Like, we can come together and build this business, or we can launch this business, or you should come work for us, or hey, let's go out on a date, or you know I want marriage. Like, there's something here. I feel like their offer is genuine, but their follow through sucks. And I feel like this could end up going from from 10 of Cups to 3 of Swords for you, from 3 of Pentacles to 3 of Swords, because I think you'll be very happy with this offer. Whether it's a job offer, like I said, to stay at the job, or a new job offer, or reconciliation, or if you're meeting a new person, or maybe this is coming together with a friend or family member that you kind of were on the outs with. I feel like this person has good intentions, but their follow through sucks, because at the end of the day, they're a knight, and they're not just any old knight. If they were the Knight of Pentacles, I'd say, all right, be cautious, move forward. But they're the Knight of Wands, which means when they're making you the offer, they believe that they really can follow through. But the reality here is that they can't. And if you accept it, and please don't accept or not accept offers based on me or anyone else, I just want to tell you what you're in for potentially here is heartbreak. Because again, even though their motive isn't to hurt you or sabotage you, because their follow through sucks, you're going to end up being really disappointed that you accepted it. And I kind of feel that's what the wolf in sheep's clothing is. Again, I don't feel like this person is purposefully deceiving you. I feel like they're making you an offer that in the moment they really believe that they can give you. I just don't think long term it pans out that way. Queen of Wands, Strength, and 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you go all in. Most of you that go all in, I think you're going to end up being disappointed with whatever this is. So if you receive any type of offer this week, let's say it's from a mortgage company, I would check all the fine print, have someone else look at it. You know what I mean? Check all the small print and all of that stuff, terms and conditions. If this is a job offer and they're verbally promising you things that sound great, I would just have them put it in writing. I would do my due diligence. And if this is anyone who's looking for reconciliation, a friend, a family member, maybe even a lover, I would just take it slow. I'm not going to tell you to say yes or say no, because I've been in your situation before with friends and family and lovers in the past, and I would just say to take it slow. I wouldn't put all of my eggs in this basket, if you will, because I'd hate to see you go down the road of 3 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. You've gone through hell in the last 12 months, some of you with this entity, others of you with other entities and experiences, and I would hate to see you be blindsided by this. So any type of contract, just, you know, double, triple check it if you can. And if it's anyone else looking for reconciliation, or even a new person you're meeting, you're going out on a date with them, just take it super, super slow, okay? I don't want to see you get hurt again. That's what I have for you, Cancer, for the week of June 22nd, 2025. You have a wolf in sheep's clothing. Again, I don't feel like this is a master manipulator. I just think this is someone who sucks at having really good follow-through skills. But either way, it could leave you pretty heartbroken. And for some of you, it could be financial heartbreak too, when I see 3 of Pentacles to the 3 of Swords. So again, any type of loans or jobs or anything like that, make sure you're checking the fine print and that everything really is in writing. That's what I have for you, my love. Again, if you're celebrating your birthday this week, I wish you a very happy birthday. Good luck with this situation, environment, or connection. If you liked any of these messages or you found them to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Until I read for you again, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. Let's see what the week of June 22nd, 2025 has in store for you, my love. Ooh, I don't give a damn about your bad reputation. Okay. Tell me about bad reputation here for the Leo collective. Looks like you could be dealing with someone this week, Leo, that you already kind of feel like this person is bad news, or they have a bad reputation with you because of something that transpired in the past. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be in regards to work. For others of you, this is an individual who wants to collaborate with you on some level, to some degree. If this is an ex-lover, this could be someone that you have friend-zoned, or maybe even friend-zoned you. Let's see where we're going with this. Tell me more about bad reputation here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Bad reputation, clarified by 4 of Pentacles, the Tower, Justice, and the 7 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, and Judgment. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, Page of Wands, the Devil. I do feel that you have someone here this week making you an offer. And I feel like you'll be in a position here this week to have to make a judgment call on whether or not you want to accept this offer from this individual, to work with them, reconnect with them. Remember that judgment talks about listening to your inner calling and doing what is best for you. For some of you, this is in regards to a career, and a career and finance read. The Hierophant very well could be the corporation or entity you work for. Let's see where we're going with this message. For others of you, it could be like a partner, a spouse. Tell me, I want to know more about the Tower here. Because I kind of feel the 4 of Pentacles is your energy. You're starting off the week feeling grounded, feeling stable to some degree. I just heard holding on to your sanity. Holding on to your sanity, maybe for some of you. Just trying to be peaceful and as grounded as you can be, because you are a fire sign. And then you get this unexpected Tower here. What's the Tower? The Hermit. So I feel like you'll be, could be coming from a Virgo, but I kind of feel like that Hermit energy is like, when you receive this communication out, you're going to almost crawl into yourself for a second there, figuratively speaking, of course, to make a decision. It's like, well, what do I do with this now? Tell me about the Tower. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Tower is being clarified by the Lovers. There's that choice you have to make. The Devil and the 9 of Cups. Well, that's going to be tempting as F. Bottom of the deck, the Sun, the 5 of Swords, and the Page of Cups. I feel like you have an individual who's apologizing to you this week. I'm going to read this a couple of different ways. This, in respect to career and finance, let's get that out of the way first. I could be speaking to a Leo where you've been trying to hold on to your money, 4 Pentacle energy, because you're looking for another financial opportunity. And this week, you do receive a job offer. I feel like it was something originally that you really wanted, Sun card energy. I'm going to apply for this job. I really hope I get it. I think I'll be really happy there. And I think in the long run, I can make a lot of money with it. It was a highly competitive position, 5 of Swords energy, but it looks like you beat out the competition. With that Page of Cups, the offer comes in. But I feel like since you applied until now, you kind of maybe heard some bad things about the company, or maybe you've talked to previous employees there, or customers, or maybe you looked stuff up online, and the feeling here is like, well, what I thought was going to be great, and I was really excited to get the offer. Now that it comes in, I don't know. I think it's very financially tempting for you. I feel like financially it's wish fulfillment, but you know that it's toxic, or you've learned something about the company. And now in that Lover's card, you're going to have to make a choice this week. What is best for you? Do you want to invest any time? Do you even want to entertain this job or not, and accept it? And this is going to be a lot of soul searching to do, especially for those of you currently out of work or in need of money. And you're kind of holding on to your pennies there, you know, with that 4 of Pentacles. And now you get this job offer. And I just feel like you've learned a lot about the client or the job or something like that, and you're not sure if you want it. There's a lot of confusion here with Neptune and Pisces and that 7 of Cups. So if this is a job offer, I would really be careful this week. Because remember, we're clarifying the bad reputation. So I kind of feel like this corporation or entity or something, or maybe even a client, for those of you where you're your own business owner, they might have a bad reputation. This might sound like a great big job. Like, let's say you own your own business and you're like, wow, if I accept this job offer, I can make a lot of money. But I would look into this client's background, because even if you could do a credit check, because if this is like a really, really big job and you have to out of pocket the expenses to buy materials and stuff, this person might not actually pay their bills. They might not actually pay you. And maybe that's what this person does. They put on a good show. They get people to do work for them, and then they don't pay their bills. So if you get a new client, it sounds like a big job, I would make sure that they have the money, because I feel like it sounds good, but this person has a bad reputation. For others of you, when you applied for the company, you were gung-ho about it, but now that the opportunity comes through, you've learned a lot about the company and you don't know if you want it. So be careful with that. For others, for the other group of you, that third group of you, the message I have here is you have an individual that you have deemed to be toxic. I didn't tell you they're toxic. You knew they were toxic. This person has a bad reputation. I feel like you've been holding back your energy from this person in that Four of Pentacles card there. I feel like you receive communication from this individual this week. And I feel like this person they want one or two things from you, Leo. They either want just a good time. So it's kind of like, yeah, I know we said we were going to break up and there's a no strings attached here going on, right? You've got lots of choices. I've got lots of choices. But let's just kind of come together here for a good time. And I feel like you'll have to make the decision, obviously, this week if you want to be with this person intimately. I don't know why I'm being told to tell you to be very careful with the decision you make. And I see that. One, it was the intuitive message that I received. Two, I just noticed the two J's on the table, justice to judgment. The decision you make will either generate good karma or bad karma for you. I'm not one of those people that says you can't have sex before marriage, or I'm not one of those people. I don't judge. Two, I don't live my life that way. But there's something here, not about having a one-night stand or a hookup. No, that's not what's happening here. It's making the right judgment call, because engaging in a connection with this person could result in bad karma for you, because it might not end as well as you think it will. It's like after you have this rendezvous, there's a fight here that breaks out in that Five of Swords energy. And although they apologize, you apologize, you're kind of on this, back to this negative loop with this individual. So you might just be inviting in some trouble that you don't really need for, a moment of passion. So just be mindful of that. For others of you, you have someone coming in who has a bad reputation. They're not looking for just a quick hookup thing. This person's looking for full reconciliation with you. They're promising you the world. I'm not going to tell you whether or not to accept this person into your life or not. Please use your intuition. But you already know or suspect that this person is toxic. I think they're very tempting to you. Devil to the Nine of Cups. I feel like this person's very difficult for you to resist. I think this person has some toxic traits or habits, but you either find them very physically appealing, or at some point in time, this person was your wish fulfillment. Like, this is a friend I want to be friends with forever. I know my mom is toxic, but I want her in my life. Or this is someone I thought one day I was going to marry, in that Hierophant energy. So I just feel like whoever this person is, they're very tempting to you for some reason. And it's almost like you will be inclined or feel inclined to reconnect with them. Just remember that the reconnection is fleeting. That's what I'm picking up here energetically. Ace of Wands is quick. And then we go right to Five of Swords. We go from the good time to sun. So we're talking to this person again. Maybe we'll go out for some drinks with the friends, or we reconnect with the lover. And before we know it, we're fighting again. So there seems to be a negative karmic loop here at play. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, if you get a job offer this week, I would do my due diligence. If you're a business owner and you get this big wow kind of job here or client, I would do my due diligence and look into this person. I feel like this person shows off or portrays themselves as having Seven of Pentacles, having the money, but I really feel like they're penny pinching with the Four of Pentacles, and you might end up not getting paid for the full job. And for others of you, yeah, you've got a reconnection here with a past lover. I feel like it's fleeting, and it's just a karmic cycle. And for others of you, it's reconnection with a friend or a family member. But again, it's a negative karmic cycle. The reconnection is short-lived, and it looks like we go right back to arguing. That's what I have for you, Leo, for the week of June 22nd, 2025. If you like any of those messages, they resonated with you, or you just found them to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. Let's see what the week of June 22nd, 2025 has in store for my mercurial brothers and sisters. Moving on. Thank you. Next. Okay. Nothing else to see here. Tell me more about moving on here for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Split the deck. We have here Two of Wands and the Fool. Okay. Really moving on. Okay. Bottom of the deck, my love, we've got Seven of Pentacles. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I should consider moving on. Tell me more about this for Virgo. One more shuffle, please, and thank you. First card out, Temperance, followed by the Sun, the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. Virgo is holding on to every ounce of happiness that they have this week. It's like no one will disrupt my peace. That's what I have here. Knight of Swords. Take your bullshit elsewhere. Oh, sorry. I just got demonetized. Darn it. Knight of Swords. Eight of Wands. The Empress. Look, I feel like you have someone here this week, and I'll try to do a little, you know, energetic dirt digging here to find out who it is. I feel like someone's coming in looking to argue with you. Even if that's not their intent, that's what ends up happening. But you're protecting your peace here. I think that's what the moving on, thank you, next. Like, I don't even need to be part of this crap. Your energy here this week, balanced, being very patient with yourself, patient with others, very Virgo 2.0 here. Mind's not working overtime, feeling content, feeling happy, working on your money. This is an overall feeling of life is getting better. Or I'm trying my best to see the best in life this week. I like this energy. Four of Pentacles, you are holding on to that ray of sunshine inside your heart for dear life. You're holding on to it. Four of Pentacles, Three of Cups. I feel like people want to engage with you this week in positive communication, positive gatherings. I think you're all for it in that Three of Cup energy. I think if they come in with Knight of Swords, like, this deck is a little brutal. The card in the deck I use for you, like slaying dragons. The Eight of Wands would be someone who's very argumentative. I think you're above this person. I'm sorry, cross watcher. This individual is coming in very immature energy compared to you. You're the Empress here. You're keeping your peace. You're nurturing yourself, right? The Empress here is nurturing a baby in this deck. Nurturing yourself, nurturing your dreams, nurturing your life. And this person is being very combative. I kind of feel like you like refocus your energy elsewhere. I don't think you have any time for this person. Two of Swords, Four of Wands, Nine of Cups. It's like you're blocking them. Whether that means you're physically blocking them on your phone, you're kicking them out of your house if they're fighting in your home. I don't know. Could be for one person watching. I just feel like you're very protective of your peace. Look at that Two of Swords. And what are you protecting? You're protecting your Four of Wands. You're protecting your Nine of Cups. I really have tapped into a group of you where this week you just want to be happy and focus on long-term goals. This is probably the best you have felt in quite some time. Jupiter has moved into Cancer. It's making all 12 zodiac signs be able to relax and focus a little bit more on the positive side of life. We've come through hell, most of us, right? Especially if you're ruled by Mercury. It's been a tough go for Virgo and Gemini, especially for Virgo, because you're all about systems and you're a very practical sign, and things have been a bit wonky for you for a bit. So I just kind of feel like this week you're protecting your peace. If people want to get together and communicate with you and you feel like it's a positive connection, I think you're all in. But if they come in with this argumentative kind of energy, I just see you like, I have no time for that. I could be speaking to a Virgo where, I don't know, wherever you work, the person next to you, whether they're in a desk or cubicle or whatever, they're causing drama and you're just like, yeah, I'm going to keep typing away, or I'm going to do whatever. I'm getting my work done. It's the feeling I have. You're like, I don't think you're entertaining this person. And again, they could be a friend, family member, a lover, it could be a neighbor, it could be a whole host of people, right? Like all week long, you could be dealing with one energy after another where they just want to argue or they're verbally combative. And I just sense you have no time for this. Who is this person or these people? Page of Wands, immature. Immature. So whether they're younger than you physically, like in terms of age, that's possible for others of you. Remember I told you it's an immature energy. So this is someone who communicates on page level, very erratic, like a Knight of Swords. Tell me more about who this person or these people are. One more shuffle. Thank you. What do we have here? Ten of Cups could be a family member, could be a spouse or long-term partner, or someone that you wished you would have the Ten of Cups with. Could be an ex even for some of you. We have the Knight of Pentacles, could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or someone who lazy. I guess we saw that Page of Wands to the Knight of Pentacles. It could be someone that you feel is lazy when it comes to their long-term goals. And then Nine of Wands. This is a pattern with this person. So this isn't someone new for most of you. Yeah, look at that. Hangman, Eight of Swords, King of Pentacles. Freeze them out. Freeze them out. Yeah, I think you're going to freeze them out. The King of Pentacles, you go right back to work. It's almost like you're going to leave this person talking to themselves. Like, I don't know why I just got that. So let's say you are at work okay, and you're in the break room, right? Just an example. You're in the break room and you've got this coworker and they're trying to complain to you about this and that and that. I just literally see you taking your drink and food and going back to your desk. You're just like, you're freezing them out. You're not even going to excuse yourself. That's the vibe I get here. I feel like this person has this pattern where they act out, they lash out. You could see them as being lazy. And like I said, for some of you, this person either is a family member, it's a friend you've treated like family, or could be an ex for some of you. Maybe you've been separated from them up to the last year. Take it how it resonates to you. I just see you not being interested in any explosive dialogue that this person wishes to exchange with you this week. Whether it's because they want to argue with you or they just want to vent to you about other crap they have going on. I literally just see you leaving this person on red or physically walking away from them if they're in front of you. That's what I have for you, Virgo, for the week of June 22nd, 2025. This week, my love, you are protecting your peace at all costs. Bravo to you. I love that energy for you. That is what I have for you, my Mercurial brothers and sisters, for the week of June 22nd, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. Let's see what is headed your way the week of June 22nd, 2025. We have inside scoop, okay? Someone is trying to get a closer look at you, little nosy, up in your business. Tell me more about this for Libra. What does Libra need to know about inside scoop? I feel like someone is trying to figure out if they should approach you. Bottom of the deck, we have 7 of Pentacles. This is an individual that you've known for quite some time. You have invested in this connection to some degree. And they and you. Tell me more about this individual for Libra here. I just saw the Queen of Cups. We'll see if she wants to show herself again. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Your first card out, my dear. Wow, we have the Tower. That is followed by the Queen of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely communication here this week. 2 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. 9 of Swords, 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Let's hop right into that Tower, my friend. Why is the Tower here? I feel like this is sudden communication between you and this other individual. They could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I have that twice on the table here. I also have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Tell me more about the Tower here. Why is the Tower here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Tower is being clarified, Page of Cups, page to the page. Yeah, there's communication here between you and another individual. Justice, there you are, Libra energy, and the King of Cups, more Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Bottom of the deck, we have Strength, which is Leo, 8 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups. I want you to take this how it resonates to you. The Libra collective is quite large on my channel. For some of you, you are contacting this individual to have a conversation with them. And it looks like they have to do some type of, for some of you, it could be like a background check. So maybe you're inquiring on a loan or a job. Could be something like that with that Tower. You submit your resume, you submit your application, and now this week, this entity or, corporation gets back to you and says, well, we've received it and we need to get back to you. In that respect, they could be looking into like your background or your credit check or checking your references, something like that. And then it looks like by the end of the week, they're communicating back to you. So for some of you, it could be financial in nature with that 4 of Pentacles energy here. For others of you, you're reaching out to an individual quite spontaneously, wanting to have a discussion with them. And in that respect, you're kind of waiting for this person to get back to you. For some of you, you could be attempting reconciliation here this week, but I kind of feel like you make the offer and then this person sort of pauses to try to figure out if they want to accept it. For others of you, that I have a third group of you where someone is reaching out to you with communication. In that respect, I see you pausing. So let me see if I can get a little bit more information. I'm not going to clarify the financial read. I feel like that's pretty cut and dry for those of you that have inquired on any type of loan or job or something like that. This would just be that other entity doing some background checks on you. And then by the end of the week, getting back to you with like their answer or something like that. I'm going to split this up into 2. For the Libras who are reaching out to another individual, because it could be you, Justice card, reaching out to this King of Cups. And in that respect, they're contemplating whatever it is here that you have communicated to them. And then I see you here just kind of waiting, Two of Swords, like I'm really not going to make any decision until I hear back from this person. And like I said, by the end of the week, it does look like most of you receive communication back from them. So let me tap into that group first, for those of you where you are looking to contact someone. We have the Six of Wands. So in that respect, if this is you, Libra, reaching out to someone, I feel like you're looking for victory and success. Six of Swords, 6 to the 6 to the Fool card. So if it is you reaching out to this individual, there might have been some conflict here. Could have been an argument, a disagreement, but I feel like you're trying to get out of that turbulent time with that individual. You're looking for victory, and you're hoping that this person will accept your offer or take a chance here, a reconciliation, whether this is a friend, family member, or lover. And it's like once you extend this olive branch, if you will, Three of Wands, you sort of seem to be waiting here. Hermit energy, Four of Wands, you're waiting for this person to get back to you, and you're sort of hoping and praying for the best possible outcome, like the best possible response from this individual. Now for the Libras who someone is contacting them sort of spontaneously here with this, again, I'm sort of feeling reconciliation vibes. I don't know why. But for the Libras where you are receiving this communication, how does this play out for you? Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups shows itself. So a soulmate, soul bond connection here, reaching out to you. Tell me more about this for group 2 there. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Three of Pentacles. So if this individual is reaching out to you, I see you kind of weighing the pros and cons about whether or not you want to Five of Cup, kind of just call it a loss and walk away, or if you want to return, you see, to reconcile or reconnect with this person, Three of Pentacle energy. But in that Seven of Cups, I feel like you're confused here. That's Neptune and Pisces energy. So it's almost like, I don't know what I should do. Do I accept this? Do I not? So I would say to you to maybe take some time, for those of you where it's this individual reaching out to you. I would take some time here to make this decision. And if you're reaching out to someone, just know that if they're not getting back to you right away, it's not a definite yes and it's not a definite no. This person just needs the time to kind of process whatever it is that you've communicated to them before they get back to you, because that would be them then in that confusion. And I want to go back to that financial thing for those of you receiving something like that. I want to tell you to get everything in writing, to check the fine print if it's a loan, because I feel like the language could be a bit confusing. Like if you're signing a lease or an employment contract, maybe you want to have someone else take a look at it, because you might struggle a little bit. No fault of your own. Sometimes those legal documents can really be difficult for someone to sift through. So you might be a little confused in that respect. You might want to lean on someone else, Three of Pentacle energy, and ask for someone to come in and collaborate with you on it, kind of get a second set of eyes to look at that contract. How does this play out for you? Regardless of whether it's group 1, group 2, or group 3. Let's clarify that Ace of Swords. We have the Lovers. So there is a choice here that you'll need to make this week, whether you're making the choice to accept the loan or the job offer, whether you're making the choice to contact this person, or whether or not you need to make a choice after this person contacts you. Again, the Libra collective is large, so you're going to have to take these messages how they resonate to your current journey. Clarify that Ace of Swords here by the end of the week. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ace of Swords is clarified by Three of Wands, waiting. Two of Wands, a little bit more waiting, and Two of Cups. Look at that. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment, the Hangman, and the Wheel of Fortune. I think if it is a loan or a job prospect here, I do think that you move forward with it. There's a little hesitation here on your part. Should I see what else is out there? Should I try to get a loan elsewhere? But ultimately, I think, please don't allow tarot to dictate your life movements. At the end of the day, you have the divine gift of free will. Don't let anyone take that from you. But it looks like you're pausing and then deciding to accept. The Wheel of Fortune is a yes card. The Hangman is a yes card. Judgment is a yes card for me as a reader. Any Ace or Major Arcana card is a yes. So it looks like it's yes, yes, yes across the board if you're accepting the job or the loan or anything like that. For those of you where you're reaching out to an individual, there might be a little pause or delay in them getting back to you, but I do see them getting back to you. Yes, 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 again, across the board. And for those of you where you're reaching out to someone and you're kind of waiting for them to like give you an answer, it's yes, 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 you get the answer. So yeah, Libra, if you're reaching out to someone, it looks like a favorable outcome. If they're reaching out to you, it looks like a favorable outcome. And if this has anything to do with your career and finance, favorable outcome as well. Again, remember to take these messages how they resonate to you, and please don't allow tarot to make your decisions. If you feel like the loan is off, don't just say yes because the tarot reader, from New Jersey in the United States of America told you it's a go. It's a collective reading, not a personal reading. So at the end of the day, please use your discernment, and you're pretty good with that. That's why you're the Justice card in tarot. You'll be fair and balanced in this decision. But that's what I have for you, Libra. It could be a little bit of a nail biter for you this week if you're communicating to someone, waiting for their response, or they're communicating to you, and now you kind of have to mull over, your options here, whether or not to say yes or no. But by the end of the week, it looks like everything smooths itself out. If you are applying for a loan or a job, you may want to lock down your personal profiles. You may not want a future employer to see your Facebook post or Instagram or anything like that. So that could be just an additional reminder here for you. But that's what I have for you, my dear, for the week of June 22nd, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio, my moon bebes. Let's see what the week of June 22nd, 2025 has in store for us. Oh, obsessive lover. Dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessive, karmic. Yay! What the heck is this all about here for Scorpio for the week of June 22nd, 2025? What do we need to know about obsessive lover? Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus. Bottom of the deck, my love, we've got 8 of Wands. Incoming communication of some kind or movement. Something is starting to move here. Tell me more about this here for Scorpio. What do they need to know about this obsessive lover? And if it's not a lover, it's a general collective reading. It's just, it could be a friend, a family member, an acquaintance, your neighbor. But it is someone who is obsessed with wanting to communicate with you this week. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, 9 of Cups. Followed by the 8 of Wands, shows itself again. The 3 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Strength, Knight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. To the Page of Cups, to the 10 of Swords, to Hangman, to the Ace of Swords. All right, let's do a little bit of a deep dive here. First of all, 9 of Cups, very singular energy, whether you're single or partnered. I feel like you're starting off the week taking care of yourself, filling your own cups, feeling very emotionally balanced in that 9 of Cups energy. And then we have 8 of Wands to the 3 of Wands. Some type of movement towards you or incoming communication. Tell me about this 8 of Wands here. Why is the 8 of Wands here for Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus? One more shuffle. 8 of Wands clarified by 3 of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Queen of Swords. So we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Leo so far on the table. So you're receiving incoming communication from a possible air sign. If you're not an air sign, any of the 12 zodiac signs are capable of communicating. So I just kind of feel like that's doubling down that this is not movement towards you, like someone showing up at your house or your job or anything like that. I kind of feel like that's just confirming it is literal communication that you're receiving from someone who is obsessed with you. That is, the Devil card is Saturn and Capricorn. High vibe Capricorn. When they become fixated on something or someone or a goal, they become obsessed with victory and obsessed with success. It actually makes Capricorn, I always look at Capricorn as fire and earth combined because they have the stamina to go the distance on something in that very earth energy, but they've got that fire of the Devil energy of Saturn in them. So I'm not taking it as negative just yet. We'll keep going with the reading. But right now, it just seems like this person is obsessed with wanting to communicate something to you this week about collaborating with you or working with you on something in that 3 of Pentacle energy. 3 of Wands. Why is the 3 of Wands here? Why is the 3 of Wands here? Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. This could be someone who at some point, recently made you feel sad, or maybe you're missing this person, and in that Three of Wands energy, you've been waiting to hear from this person or waiting to communicate with this person. Tell me more about the Three of Wands here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Wands, clarified by Page of Cups. Yeah, you're receiving incoming communication. Nine of Swords, it'll have you really up in your head. And Seven of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Sun. I do think that you are receiving a communication here from an individual this week, whether this is a friend, a family member, a lover, I don't know. You know, it's a collective general reading. I just feel like this person is obsessed with wanting to talk to you this week about collaborating with you. I kind of feel like you've been waiting for this person to reach out to you. They could be extending an apology or this offer here. For some of you, this is a job offer. I'm just going to put it out there. I know that it says dangerous, toxic, unhealthy. In that respect, if it is a job offer, I want you to do your due diligence. Like as your friend, I'm telling you, do a little background check on this company. Maybe it's a toxic or like unhealthy work environment where everything looks good on, you know, on the face of it. But then once you're in there and you're 2 weeks into the job, you're like, oh my God, this place is a nightmare. So if it's job related with this Pentacle energy here, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, I would like investigate the company a little bit. Don't get lost in this Seven of Cups, Neptune and Pisces energy. Like, oh, this is the dream job. There could be something toxic in that job. Same thing if it's a loan or any type of money you're waiting for. Could be like some strings or something in the fine print you're not really seeing. It sounds too good to be true, and meanwhile, it's crap. So be mindful of that. For others of you, you've been waiting a while to hear from this person, friend, family member, or lover. And you've been really up in your head about it. Not sure if you're ever going to like receive the communication or reconnect with this person again. I feel like this week you're reconnecting with this individual. We've got the Sun, the Ten of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, look, 5 to the 5s. There's change here. Two of Cups, soulmate, soul bond connection. It's some kind of ending here happened, but I feel like it happened in the past because the Ten of Swords is the Sun in Gemini. So it's like the worst is over. It can't get any more worse. New dawn, new day. And then we've got the Sun card. So I feel like it's communication here that makes you happy from this individual. So why is the Seven of Cups card there then? Why is the Seven of Cups card there? Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. Again, a little nod here to soulmate, soul bond connection. I'm going to throw this out there for one Scorpio watching. You may be the obsessed lover who's been waiting for this ex to contact you, or maybe you've been on a break with this person. You see them as wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups. It could be you that's, you know, addicted to this person or obsessed with them or whatever. And maybe you're in this kind of like fantasy land about this person. I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know, maybe you fantasize about them or something like that. In that respect, if you want to hear from this person, I would claim this as an attempt of reconciliation here, or at least some type of communication from this person. But yeah, I wanted to throw that out there for one Scorpio watching. It might be you who's obsessed, hoping and praying this person reaches out to you. In that respect, it looks like this week they do. Tell me about the Seven of Cups here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Cups being clarified by King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, the Emperor, Aries energy, and Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So again, if this is a job situation, it is a solid job offer or some type of financial loan offer. It's solid, but I would do a little background check on the company or the loan company and check the fine print. Have someone else check it if you want. Because if it's a job or a loan company, you know, in those types of readings, the Emperor could be like the higher up, the boss, something like that. The loan agent reaching out to you to like give you this job offer, Six of Pentacles, or give you this loan or financial grant or something like that. I wouldn't get too caught up in the, yes, I got it. I would do homework on them. I don't know why I keep being told to tell you that, but I would do homework. For others of you, you've got reconciliation here on the table. Ace of Pentacles, the World, the Lovers, and the Two of Cups. Oh my God, Six of Cups. The Magician, you manifested this. You manifested this person contacting you. Reconciliation. It's now on the table. You've been obsessed with this person. Possible for some of you, they've been obsessed with you as well. But your manifestation is here. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Ace of Cups. Look at this. Page of Pentacles, you wanted it, you got it. Here it is. Careful what you wish for, my love. For those of you where you are single, you do not want a past person back. It looks like you're meeting a new person this week. This is a solid soulmate being put on path. If you don't meet anyone this week, you got to get out there to meet them, my loves. For those of you looking for a new person, you know, if you're ready, if you feel like you're healed, I think you might be wary for those of you that are single, because maybe you went through a toxic relationship. You could be a little bit nervous about meeting a new person. But for those of you that feel like you're ready, and either you've got dating profiles or you're out there in the 3D world, it looks like it's a pretty solid soulmate. The Devil to the Queen of Swords. This could be the personality type of someone who can be a little sharp with their tongue when they're angry. I do think that you find them, or will be finding this person, very attractive. The Devil, the King of Wands, the Emperor. This is someone you might find very physically attractive, but they might have a little bit of a personality trait, a little bit of toxic communication there when they're angry or something like that. But again, the advice here is to just like take it slow. Knight of Pentacles. So if it's a job offer, financial offer, take it slow. Have the strength to hold yourself back. Don't go full throttle, you know, and accepting the job. Like, do your due diligence. And the Hierophant energy is Taurus energy. It's slow like a turtle. So with that Knight of Pentacles, I feel it's just doubling down on the message. Do your due diligence when it comes to the company or the financial entity that's extending this loan or grant to you. If it's a new person, for the singles, do your due diligence. Same thing. You don't have to marry this person in a week. Take your time, take it slow, see how it goes. If it's reconciliation, same thing. Take it slow, because maybe something toxic here occurred, which created the separation to begin with. So again, the advice here is just don't go full throttle on the on the reconciliation. Nice and slow. Tell me how this plays out by the end of the week. It looks like a good week for the Scorpio collective. How does this play out? One more shuffle here. Thank you. That Hierophant is being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, Emperor to the Empress. And the Knight of Swords. There's your communication. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. Take it slow. Don't lose focus on work. For those of you who are like you're meeting a new love interest, don't lose sight of work and your other, you know, responsibilities, because you're getting all wrapped up in the new relationship. And maybe that's something you did in the past, and that's why there's a need here for you to lean into your opposite sign of Taurus to go a little bit slow. Same thing if it's reconciliation. You have other things to do in your life. You want to communicate and reconcile with this person. Fantastic, but don't lose sight of other Eight of Pentacles responsibilities that you have. And if it's a job, again, do your due diligence before saying yes to it. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, the Fool, Seven of Wands. I kind of think that you're going to move forward with whatever this is. But again, my advice here energetically is like slow it down. Don't be Knight of Swords here. Be more of Knight of Pentacles and just kind of see how this whole thing plays out. But really good reading for the Scorpio collective. That is what I have for you. Claim what you want, my loves, for the week of June 22nd, 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you found them to be fun or helpful or hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see what the week of June 22nd, 2025 has in store for you, my dear. We have creeping. Okie dokie. Tell me more about creeping here for Sagittarius. Somebody's watching you, Saggy. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. Oh yes, someone is watching you. Perhaps before contacting you. Or someone could be watching your movements. That is creepy. Tell me more about this here for Sag. One more shuffle. Thank you. First card out, my dear. Eight of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Someone's watching before they contact you or come towards you. Nine of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands shows itself again. The Emperor and the Six of Cups. I don't think you see this coming. I got the Moon card here at the bottom of the deck to the Ten of Pentacles. Let's begin to clarify. I feel like you have incoming communication from someone. Now, I'm not sure if you're receiving the communication this week. And I say that because what's following the Eight of Wands is the Knight of Pentacles. So it could be this week this person's just observing you before they, and it's a soulmate, soul bond connection. It is someone you know. I don't feel like this is a new person. A Nine of Wands tells me you've had some kind of repetitive pattern. This person's been in your life before. I just feel like they're observing you before they actually contact you. So let me first see what the communication is, and then we'll try to figure out if they're contacting you this week or not. And Saggy, before I start shuffling, let me plug that camera in before that dies on you. Okay, and we're back. All right, let's clarify this Eight of Wands. Tell me about the Eight of Wands here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Eight of Wands, clarified by the Ten of Wands, the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and the Ace of Wands. Yep, that was the feeling I had. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Cups. I feel like this is someone that you've emotionally disconnected from them, or they have emotionally disconnected from you. For others of you, you actually have severed the tie with this individual. Like Eight of Cups, you've moved on. Justice, you felt it was the right thing to do. Page of Swords, it looks like there is incoming communication. But first, this person is watching you. So is Sagittarius actually receiving communication this week? Or is this just a heads up that they're being watched? I see communication in the near future, like maybe next week. So it's like watching you this week, but then coming towards you next week. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles here. Actually, yeah. Is the communication happening this week? Yes or no? Is the communication happening this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ten of Swords, no. Communication is not happening this week. And the bottom of the deck is the Hangman energy. So for most of you, you're not hearing from this person this week, but they're observing you. So let me put this a couple of different ways for you, Sag. For some of you, you've had a break or an ending with this person, and this week they're observing you. I don't feel this is the first time they're observing you. I think they've been watching you for a while, whether it's online or you have maybe some type of online thing where they can watch you. Facebook, Instagram, maybe you post YouTube videos. I don't know. I feel like this person's been watching you or trying to keep an eye on you. That could also be like internet searches. If this person lives closer to you, it could be like driving by your home. There's definitely this, been watching you for a while, maybe the last couple of weeks, something like that. When I asked if you're receiving communication this week, I got the Ten of Swords. For me, an ace or a major arcana card would have been a yes. And so I didn't get that. So for most of you, I don't feel communication is coming this week, but I do feel that's coming next week. Because the Page of Wands, for me, that's a little future out. And so by like the end of this week, rolling into the next week, I feel it's like when most of you will get communication from this person. This week, they just seem to be like suspended and watching you and contemplating how they should approach you. Nine of Wands to the Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Why is the Five of Pentacles here for Sag? Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands. So I feel like you are or will be a little defensive towards this individual. They've either left you out in the cold, you've left them out in the cold. This person may have triggered some abandonment wounds for you or you for them. There is a defensive energy coming off of the Sagittarius collective when it comes to this person. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Swords, the Fool, and the Moon card. Yeah, you definitely don't see this coming. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment, Three of Wands, and Knight of Wands. I think some of you actually have been waiting for this person. It's kind of like, okay, I'm just going to get back to my life and do the things I have to do. And if this person comes back around again, they do. And if they don't, they don't. But I kind of feel like you've been waiting for them on some level. Like, I don't think you're sitting there staring at the phone waiting or staring out the window waiting. But there is a feeling here of like, you kind of been waiting for this person to contact you. Like, I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you're not reaching out to this person because of whatever transpired here. It's like, well, if they want to talk to me again, they know how to contact me. That's the feeling that I get here. And maybe that person knows that. That's why they're a little reluctant. So right now it's just like waiting to see if, you know, waiting to see if the pool water is warm enough before they dive in type of feeling. Page of Wands. I'm going to throw this out there for some of you. This person may be in the middle of having some type of hardship, whether it's physical and they need you to care for them, whether it's financial and they're looking to lean on you. Just be mindful of that. Let me find out why this person's in the Five of Pentacles. Six of Wands was at the bottom of the deck. Why is this person in the Five of Pentacles? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Why are they in the Five of Pentacles? Ten of Cups, Nine of Swords, the Celestial Weaver. Bottom of the deck, the Sun, Ace of Swords, Temperance. Sag, it's possible that this person is in another connection and they're having issues in the other connection and they're reaching out to you. Only take that message if it resonates to you. If you know for sure that your person is in another connection, it's possible. And look, this could be a friend, right? This could be a friend, family member, or lover. But this person could be having issues with someone in their life. And now it's like they're, I don't want to say defaulting to you, but reaching out to you to reconnect with you. I don't feel like this is a new person at all. I feel like this is a past person. And it's like they're up in their head now about whether or not they should contact you because something's gone wrong with another connection in their life, or it could even be a job. Maybe for some of you, this person has lost their job. Okay, Page of Wands to the Emperor to the Six of Cups. I feel like you respect this person, admire this person, you view this person as a soulmate, soul bond connection. Tell me more about the communication. One more shuffle here. Thank you. That Page of Wands is being clarified by Page of Cups. 10 of Cups. Oh my God, Saggy. Strength. Bottom of the deck, High Priestess. I feel like intuitively you knew eventually this person would need you, need your help, that they would turn to you, offer an apology, whatever this is. It could be a couple of different things here. But I feel like intuitively you have known that this person would contact you with an apology, or at some point would need your help and would reach out to you to ask you for it. So that's what I have for you, Sag. Most of you will not be hearing from this person this week, but you'll be hearing from them in the near future. It looks like this week, like I said, they're keeping an eye on you, trying to figure out what's going on in your life. And I almost get this feeling of trying to figure out if it's safe enough. I don't know why I heard that. Like, is it safe enough to reach out to you? Let's see how this plays out by the end of the month. We're close to the end of June. I just feel the need to do this for you. So how does this play out by the end of June? Strength. That's Leo energy. How does this play out for Sag by the end of June? We have the Knight of Pentacles shows itself again, but in this deck, the Knight is on the move. So I feel like by the end of June, this person is on their move towards you, and they've been very slow. Maybe it's been a long time since you've been waiting to hear from this person. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Swords, Six of Cups shows itself again, and the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups, Page of Swords. There's that communication. And High Priestess again, my love. I feel like you intuitively knew you would eventually hear from this person again. It looks like this person is coming in, and you might be a little confused in that Seven of Cups energy, whether or not you want to respond. And if you do respond, what do you say? That's the overall vibe here. But that's how this seems to play out for most of you by the end of the month. That's what I have for you, Saggy, for the week of June 22nd, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. Let's see what the week of June 22nd, 2025 has in store for you, my love. We have ignoring. Okay. Cappy is ignoring someone this week. An offer, an opportunity, communication, situation, environment, or connection. I feel like you can't be bothered. I can't be bothered with drama this week. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. Someone's coming towards you this week, and I kind of get little Four-Cup energy here from this cat that's just laying here like, yeah, okay. Yep, that sounds good. Yep, okay. Not very excited over this offer, opportunity, maybe even apology. Tell me more about this for my happy Cappies. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Four of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Well, that's why you're ignoring it. Seven of Wands, Five of Wands. For some of you, this is an individual who's like, you share a home with them, whether that's a roommate, a friend, a family member, a lover. For others of you, it could be a spouse. For some of you, you want the Four of Wands with this person. But this has been some rough communication here. So whether it's someone you live with or not, whether it's a friend, family member, or lover, Five of Pentacles to Five of Wands is not a very feel-good energy. This is strife, grief, tension, arguments, someone feeling abandoned. You're highly defensive here. I think that's why when this person reaches out to you this week to attempt to communicate with you, I kind of feel like you're ignoring them. Bottom of the deck, the Magician, Strength, and the Empress. On the table, we have Libra and Taurus, Leo, as well as Gemini and Virgo energy here. Yeah, I feel like you can't be bothered this week. What is this Five of Pentacles here? Let's clarify the Five to the Five. Five of Pentacles to Five of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. You're just holding on to your peace. Three of Wands, bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. I feel when this communication comes in, you just don't want to argue with this person, whoever they are. Four of Pentacles, you're holding on. And what are you holding on to? Ace of Wands. Your peace, your new beginning, your future. You know, Three of Wands, looking out into the future. I kind of feel like you have your back turned towards this person. I've just tapped into a group of Cappies this week. You just don't feel like arguing. And that Seven of Wands to the Ace of Wands, I feel like you're protecting your peace at all costs this week. What does this person want? We saw that Knight of Cups twice. So that's the message or the messenger. What does this person want with Capricorn? One more shuffle. Thank you. What do they want, Cappy? The Sun, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, bottom deck, Ace of Pentacles. This could be a sincere apology from someone that you've had some type of ending with, or you may have felt at some point that they lied to you or backstabbed you or betrayed you in some way. It looks like this person wants to work on healing the connection with you. The Sun is the most healing card in tarot. So I kind of feel like this person wants to work on this connection with you. They're offering you a pretty solid apology. I think for some of you, it took a long time to hear this apology. And that doesn't mean you've waited 10 years. I mean, maybe for one person watching, but this could be something like you had an argument with this person on Saturday, and on Tuesday they're telling you, I'm sorry. And it's like, really? Did you really need to wait 4 days? It's that kind of feeling. And I'm not picking up here whether or not you accept or deny it. And I guess for each of you, it'll be different. But the overall feeling here is like, I waited a while for this. Even if you argued with this person in the morning, the fact that it would take 8 hours for them to say, oh, I'm really sorry for how I spoke to you, or something like that. It just seems like you're a little annoyed that it took them so long. But yeah, this person wants to heal this connection with you. It's going to be a short reading here, Capricorn. Don't get mad at me. It just seems like there's verbal altercation here. You're protecting your peace. This person offers you an apology. They want to reconcile or heal the connection. And you seemed a bit annoyed that it took this person so long to apologize. How does this play out here for Cappy by the end of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. How does this play out for you, darling? Queen of Pentacles. There you are. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Six of Swords. And the Hangman. Well, bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. I kind of feel, at least for this week, you're doing your own thing. I don't think you're saying yes or no to this person. You just don't want to fight. Six of Swords. I don't want to be in the Five of Swords, like the argument, the mental anguish of fighting with someone. So Queen of Pentacles, very nurturing energy. Six of Swords, trying to get out of the chaos and conflict. Hangman, I'm taking it in this respect as a bit of a pause or silence. And Nine of Pentacles, I just feel like you're focused on you this week. So you might not immediately accept this person's apology. Not saying you won't, you know, a day or two later. But in that moment when they're apologizing to you, you seem to just be really focused on yourself. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. Sorry for the short read, but be sure to check your other placements, my love. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, or maybe just found it to be helpful or even hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, my dear, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. Let's see what is headed your way the week of June 22nd, 2025. We have threatening. Alrighty. Intimidated, threatened, bothered by you. Make sure my mic is on. It is. Okay. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know about threatening? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. Could be another air sign here, or just an individual who will be communicating with you this week. Sometimes I see this card as someone who could be jealous as well, like they're threatened of someone that you're talking to. So let's see what this is all about. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, my dear, we have the Emperor, Aries energy, followed by Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Three of Swords, Four of Wands, and King of Pentacles. Look at that, King to the Queen of Pentacles. That leaves the High Priestess, the Two of Cups, and Three of Wands to the Ace of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So very heavy on the earth energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then we have Aries there as well. I feel like this is an individual who you've had some kind of setback with in that Three of Swords. Now, for me as a reader, Three of Swords is sliding scale. You were disappointed. You were, you know, you felt some type of emotional loss here. This person could have lied to you. They could have betrayed you. They let you down. For others of you, that Three of Swords is a little bit more severe. That's heartache, that's separation, loss, grief. So take it how it resonates to you. You have an individual here that at some point you had some type of Three of Swords experience with them, and they're hoping to come in this week and recalibrate the connection with you or reconcile with you. This could be a friend, family member, colleague, coworker, lover. You take it how it resonates to you. But the relationship between you and this individual has been very strained in that Ten of Wands. And I feel like this person has kind of been at a crossroads with the Two of Wands energy, not sure if they should approach you or how they should approach you. I feel like this person, I don't know why I'm getting the feeling here, they could feel like maybe you are desiring to like collaborate with someone else. So let's say this is a boss and you had some kind of Ten of Wands, Three of Swords experience with them. Maybe some harsh words were exchanged. This very well this week could be the boss who is afraid that you're going to move on and find another job. And so they're coming in looking for some type of reconciliation. Same thing if it's a friend or a family member or colleague, like I said, coworker, lover. The overall feeling here is like, I don't want Aquarius to move on to another job, move on to another friend, you know, stop talking to me, disconnect from me if this is like a romantic interest. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, this person is hoping to have another round with you, so to speak, like repeat a cycle with you or have another try with you. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands. Why was this relationship so burdensome here? What happened here in this connection? Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. This person may have felt emotionally rejected by you, or you felt emotionally rejected by them, or some type of offer was on the table and either you weren't excited about it or they weren't. So there's definitely a feeling here of neglect or emotional abandonment, apathy, either on your part or theirs. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands here for this connection. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune popped out again. Oh, look at that. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups, and the Devil. I'm going to read this one or two different ways. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Cups, which is what the page is offering to you. It could be a Capricorn you're dealing with. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Now, every zodiac sign has high vibration, low vibration. I'm going to clarify the Devil further for you, but this could go one or two ways depending on what cards clarify it. High vibe, because Capricorn is Saturn and Capricorn, right? That's what the Devil card is, Saturn and Capricorn. High vibe Saturn and Capricorn is, I always see it as earth energy mixed with a little bit of fire. So very grounded and determined, typical earth energy, but with that little boost of fire coming in like from Saturn, makes it very obsessed with success, which is a good thing. A high vibe in Capricorn sets a meal plan, a diet plan, a goal plan, and they are very goal orientated and they're out to achieve that. Low vibe Capricorn is still determined with success, but for other reasons, toxic codependency, or they have a false sense of success because their vision is skewed because they're engaging in some type of toxic behavior, whether that's drugs or alcohol or something like that. So the Devil card isn't necessarily always a bad card, kind of depends on what's clarifying it. At this point, this person is obsessed with extending this offer to you and obsessed with you wanting to say yes, like really hoping that you say yes and have some type of reconciliation or reunion with them. Clarify this Devil further. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Devil is further clarified. Ace of Cups shows itself again. Knight of Cups. We now go from the Page to the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. You're going to have to use your discernment with this, Aquarius. Energetically speaking, it doesn't look that bad. It does look like this person has taken quite some time to come in with this. Again, we have more earth energy here. This person is looking to extend this olive branch to you for some type of reconciliation. Now, if this is not a past person, although I strongly, strongly believe it is, then I very well could be speaking to an Aquarius where you're healing over heartbreak you've had from another situation, environment, or connection. And this is a new person coming in and being a little pushy, wanting to take you out on a date or connect with you in some way. In that respect, you could be like, I need to think about it because I'm still processing whatever it is that I've just experienced. So that Five of Swords would be like, I'm really up in my head. Yeah, I'm really up in my head. Four of Swords. I'm healing from this. Now we've got Three of Cups. So for those of you where this is a past person coming in this week, I kind of feel you're like, I don't really know. I'm still trying to deal with what transpired between us. And I don't know if I'm ready for reconciliation just yet. For others of you where this is a new person, it's kind of the same feeling. I don't know if I'm ready to go out on a date and have a night out, on the town type of feeling, because I'm still dealing from, I'm still processing this Three of Swords. What is this individual's intentions with Aquarius? Bottom of the deck, the Fool. Either to have a new beginning with you if it's a new person, or a re-beginning with you if it is a past person. What is this person's long-term intentions here with Aquarius? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Their long-term intentions, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Wow. Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. This person's looking to collaborate with you, whether, like I said, it's a business partner, friend, family member, lover. I feel like if this is a lover, actually I shouldn't say that. Regardless of who this person is, they think you have options and choices in that Seven of Cup energy. And they're bothered by it and they're intimidated by it. So before you look for another job or accept another job offer, like if this is a boss, they're coming in and offering you something, raise, promotion, some type of commission, something to lock you in so you don't look at other career options and choices. Same thing if it's a friend, family member, or lover. They could be concerned that you're starting to talk to other people or engage with other individuals, and that you want to sever the connection with them. So this person's just looking to stop you from moving on from them, regardless of who they are. How does this play out here for Aquarius? How does this play out here for Aquarius? One more. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, does this person have any malintent towards Aquarius? Let's get a yes or no on that. If we get an ace or a major arcana card, that would be a yes. So if this person has any hidden motives or any type of malintent, again, I don't see it here energetically, except that they seem to be very jealous to some extent, or bothered or threatened that you might move on from them. And whatever offer this is, they're hoping that it'll like change your mind. And if it's a new person, they just don't want you, again, exploring options. So yes or no, does this person have any malintent towards Aquarius? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Judgment, yes, they do. So please listen to your intuition, your inner calling. This person has an ulterior motive here. 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, it's financial. Maybe for some of you, this is a spouse or someone you have financial resources with. They just don't want you to move on from them. Or it could be someone that wanted to have a long-term commitment with you, and maybe you know, with that 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands, you're kind of on the outs with them and they with you, and they're afraid you might move forward in that respect. They're trying to hold on to the joint resources that they have with you with that 9-2 as well as 10 of Pentacles. If this is anyone else, like a single person, like you're single and this person's single, they might think that you have wealth. And this person might be, although genuine, wanting to have a relationship with you, the underlining motive there could be your money, if they think that you are financially abundant. So take that under advisement. If it's a friend or family member, it could be financial as well. And if it's a new job, they just don't want you to go elsewhere. They're afraid you'll find a job that will pay you more. All right, how does this play out here for Aquarius? We'll take it to the end of the month. By the end of the month, how does this play out for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the 7 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. Whoa. Bottom of the deck, Temperance, 9 of Swords, Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords shows herself again. We saw that at the beginning of the reading. If this is a past person, whoever they are, boss, colleague, like I said, friend, family member, lover, I think you know exactly who or what this person is, who or what they're capable of, and why they're coming in. So I see you pausing here in that 7 of Pentacle energy, trying to decide whether or not you want to reconcile with them. If it's a new person, I think you're very wary, probably because of the heartbreak that you've had. So you're a little suspect of the way this person's trying to come in and charm you. And same thing if this is a job, you just seem to be very wary of this individual. You're not very trusting. You're looking for, you're cognizant of the green flags, but you are looking for the red flags here. And I kind of feel like you're just observing this person this week and from now until the end of the month, just to kind of see what they do. So I don't think you're a hard yes or a hard no here this week, Aquarius. It just kind of seems like you'll be observing this person for a bit before you make an ultimate decision here. That's what I have for you for the week of June 22nd, 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, or maybe just found them to be fun or helpful or maybe even hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. Let's see what the week of June 22nd, 2025 has in store for you. Wants you back. Alrighty. Tell me more about wants you back here for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Bottom of the deck, my love, we have 2 of Swords. So I feel like you are at a bit of a crossroads here this week about whether or not you want to reconnect with this individual. It could be a friend, family member, an ex, your current, partner. For those of you who are currently partnered, there's just someone here who has some type of remorse or regret for either something they did or said towards you, and they're looking for you to accept an apology, but this person does want you back in their life to some degree. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do we have here? 10 of Cups. Could be a family member, an individual that you, like a friend that you treated like family. For others of you, it could be a spouse or an individual that you hope to one day have some type of long-term commitment with. We then have the Chariot. We have the 3 of Wands. And we have the King of Wands. So we have Cancer energy here, as well as Aries, Leo, Sag. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool, the 5 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. Wow, to the 5 of Cups. That leaves the Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess, Queen of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Oof. I feel regardless of who this person is, if it's a friend, family member, lover, ex, I don't feel like you're taking them back. I feel like you're moving in a new direction here. Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, Five of Cups. There's some remorse here. There's some regret. But I don't see you giving in to this person this week, Pisces. Even if this is, you know, like a family member. As much as they want to move forward with you, I don't see you moving forward with them. Tell me about the Chariot here. Tell me about the Chariot here. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords. Yeah, this connection came to an end or is on the brink of coming to an end. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. Now, King to the Queen of Wands. Ten of Swords shows itself again. Bottom of the deck, we have Temperance, Strength, and the Lovers. The choice will be yours if you want to welcome this person back into your life. This could be a job for some of you. Maybe you've given your notice at work, and this week they could be asking you to stay or to reconsider. So take it how it resonates to you. You've had a disconnection here with an individual. What that disconnection is, you know, different for all of you. Why it has occurred, different for all of you. But it does appear that this person wants to reconnect with you this week. Tell me about the Three of Wands here. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. I kind of feel like they're waiting for your response. Nine of Cups, Hangman, Ten of Wands, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this person throws it out there, this attempted offer here, reconciliation, and you seemed a bit paused here. Like, I don't know if it's worth the effort, or I don't know if it's worth the stress. Oh, that's a different message. All right, let's clarify the King of Wands, and then I'll give you the message I just received. Clarify the King of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Wands, clarified by Lovers. King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Lots of energies now on the table. For some of you, this person had options and choices. Only take that if you know that for certain. Please don't accuse your person of that. So, yeah, for some of you, it's a family member or a friend, colleague. Like I said, could be a boss looking to throw out this offer. We're going to clarify the offer, but I kind of feel like they're a bit suspended here waiting to see what your answer will be. And for others of you, this individual is someone who triangulated you, or they had other lovers, they had other individuals, and it appears that they're, again, looking to reconcile with you. What is the communication from this individual this week? What is the communication this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords, the Sun. Bottom of the deck, Star, Page of Cups, Judgment, Three of Cups. The communication is a want, need, or desire to reconnect with you, to recalibrate the connection with you. I want you to be mindful of that Four of Pentacles. This person could be having financial issues, and they may want to reconnect with you because of financial issues. They might be having, the Two of Swords is the Moon in Libra. So something's off balance for them, and it could be Four of Pentacles. And that Sun card is the potential of Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So this person may have had financial hardship, and that might be why they're looking to reconnect with you again. Or they've had some kind of hardship here in their life. Something didn't go right. What is that? One more shuffle. Two of Cups, soulmate, soul bond connection, the Emperor, and the Hermit. They're keeping it to themselves, see? Seven of Swords, secret, High Priestess, secret. Strength card, holding themselves back from telling you the truth. So just be mindful. If this is someone that you know where they had multiple lovers and they're coming in again, it's possible the other connection ended for them and they're kind of rebounding to you. For others of you, if it's a friend, family member, it could be an ex as well, something fell out from them, like the rug got pulled out from underneath them financially, and they're coming to you. Now, they're not telling you that. Seven of Swords, High Priestess, Strength. They're holding themselves back. This is a, hey, how you been? Oh my God, we haven't talked in like a year or two. What have you been up to? Something like that. What they're not telling you is that soon enough they're going to be asking you for some kind of money or loan or something like that. There's a financial issue here. I'm going to throw this out there for one of you watching. This person is sick. Like they're dealing with a health issue or a health crisis. It's become a little too burdensome. They're not really telling you that, but they're kind of, I hate to say buttering you up this week, but like wanting you back this week, but they need you to maybe care for them or run errands for them. How does this play out? I'm going to do a play out for you by the... And it doesn't matter. I know I always say Pisces is on timeline 1, timeline 2. This goes for any of you. You have someone from the past coming back around again. For some of you, it's reconciliation, regardless of who they are. If it's an ex-lover, they triangulated you at some point, and it looks like maybe one or all of those other relationships ended, and they're kind of rebounding back to you. And for others of you, this person has a financial or a health issue, and they're really not telling you that that's the motive or reason why they're contacting you. Or trying to, you know, butter you up this week, but their ulterior motive here is there's something that they're facing, and they're either afraid to face it alone, or they can't face it alone, or they don't have anyone else to help them, and they need you to help them. Just please be mindful, because 5 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups, even if you go to reconnect with this person, it ends up not ending well. It ends just as quickly as it begins. The friend, the family member, like whatever it is here. So just be mindful of that. I'm not telling you not to reconnect with your brother or sister or whoever this is. It just looks like it falls apart quite quickly after the reconnection even, okay? How does this play out by the end of the month here for Pisces? How does this play out? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, 7 of Cups, Judgment, Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, 7 of Wands. Okay, be mindful if you take this person back. There's a possibility here for you to... I hate to say buy into the fantasy, but 7 of Cups is Neptune and Pisces, and high vibe and low vibe, okay? And that's why I think Judgment is you need to listen to your inner calling, your discernment, your intuition. You are the most intuitive sign in tarot to make this decision. Don't go by what I'm telling you. Because high vibe, 7 of Cups is, this is a dream come true. I never thought this person would come back to me. That's high vibe. High vibe is, all right, we have a lot of different options and choices and pathways that we can now reconnect and take this connection. And the low vibe of 7 of Cups is this person's selling you on a fantasy or some type of illusion. Because again, there's that ulterior motive. And I think that's why it's so important for you to get your facts here. Because whether this is 7 of Cups high vibe or 7 of Cups low vibe, it looks like it starts off well. Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Okay, I'm just going to talk. I'm going to take it slow. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, and then 7 of Wands. Look how defensive you get. So within the 5 weeks of reconnecting with this person, because swords for me are weeks, within 5 weeks of the Fool card, the new beginning here, it crashes and burns again. 8 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. You're disconnecting, they're disconnecting, cups are shattered on the ground. It's like the whole thing went, you know, to hell in a handbasket. So please use your discernment. Don't go by what I'm saying. It's a collective general reading, and I'm just reading energies here. So maybe you want to take it slow. Instead of moving too quickly on this, because with that 5-week mark there, maybe you just kind of want to see how, if you do reconnect, just kind of see how it all plays out over the course of the next 5 weeks. And then I think you'll have your answer. Because I feel like within a week or two, this person starts asking you like to help them or money, and if that comes up, then you're like, okay, Jen was right. I know how this ends now. You know, at least you're not doling out money right away. So if this person's like immediately asking you for money or for help, just be mindful of that ulterior motive. If not, and things go well, all right, this is a high vibe and 7 of Cups then. Take it nice and slow and see where it goes over the course of the next 5 weeks. That's what I have for you, my love, for the week of June 22nd, 2025. If you liked any of those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, or maybe just found them to be fun, helpful, or even hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Pisces, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.